Hi, and welcome back to Zen Spectrum. So, today is a day for another story. Now, there was this old man who had 4 sons who were living abroad. And he was living with his 4 daughters-in-law and running the show, running the business, leading, deciding everything. Now, as age was catching up with him, he thought it would be better to find his successor. But he did not know whom to pick between the 4 daughters-in-law. So, he called all of them, gave them a handful of grain and said, "You keep this for a year. After a year, I'm going to take all of this back from you." Now the first wife saw that and said, "Who wants to keep a handful of grains? They are going to rot." So she threw them away. The second one, she said, "No, Daddy wants us to preserve this." So she put some preservatives, wrapped it in a goat cloth, stored it somewhere in the attic. The third one said, "Grains are for eating. Let us eat it today. Let me feed my family today." And she cooked them and everybody ate it. And the fourth one took the grains, plowed them in the field, and from there were crops. And in the 1 year, there were a lot of crops, so she sold them, gathered some money and kept the money. After 1 year, the father-in-law called all of them and asked for the grains back. The first one said, "Daddy, I'm sorry. They would have rotten and spoiled. I have thrown them away." The second one climbed up the stairs, got the things from the attic and handed them to the daddy. They were intact, beautifully kept. The third one said, "Daddy, I had cooked it and fed you that day itself." And the fourth one handed over the money to her, saying that I have made good use of these grains. Now, if you were the father-in-law, whom would you have passed your business to? Whom would you have chosen as your successor? Now, in almost all my trainings, and even when I was being trained, we all said that the fourth wife, because she got money. And this is where we are preconditioned. You know what the father-in-law did? He gave the work of cleaning the house to the first wife, of preserving valuables to the second one, of the responsibility of feeding everybody to the third one, and the responsibility of running the business to the fourth one. See, all these works complement each other, right? But when we normally think of anybody successful, or we normally think that anybody has done a good work, we always equate it with money. Now suppose you are a very successful businessman and you earn a lot of money. What would it feel like to come back to a dirty home? What would it feel like, to have valuables whom nobody takes care of and you lose them? And what would it feel like if you are not fed or looked after properly? So all the work is important. We need to divide work as per our core competencies. And also we need to have gratitude and respect for everybody around us, because all the efforts put together makes us what we are. So stay tuned with Zen Spectrum as we come up with the last story of a series of mindsets in the coming week. Thank you.